Okay, so let's actually start making some fun scripts. All right, what do we have here? We have built-in.txt, file.txt, and script. Let's go ahead and trash all of this. We could technically run rm star. Be so careful with this, please. Be very careful with this command, okay? Make sure you're in the right directory. Make sure you only have the files you think that you want to delete, okay? Otherwise, you could be deleting some really unknown files and it could be really bad. Let's go ahead and run this, and those files are gone. That's awesome. At some point, I lost the alias I set up for rm. I don't know why that happened, but see how scary RM can be? Oh my god, even I could have gotten messed up there. So be careful with that. But all I did was delete every file in that directory. So now we are in users Dave foo, and there is nothing here. Awesome. So let's get started. Let's make a new script, and we can call it hello. And hello is going to be very simple. We're going to start the script the same way we start all other scripts. User bin env bash. Look at that. The little pound sign, the exclamation mark, user bin env bash. Awesome. And now we can just echo hello. Hey. It's pretty simple, right? So let's chmod plus x that, run it. There we go. We are a bash scripting pro right now. That's the end of the course. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. There's so much more to go. I'm so sorry. We're going to dive into this. We're going to go crazy here. All right, so we have a hello script. That's super nice. It prints hello. Let's make another script. In fact, we could use this script as a template. The way we're going to do that, instead of using the mv command, which would move it, we don't want to move it, we want to copy it. So we're going to need the cp command to copy hello into a new script, and we will call this greet. So now we should have two scripts, greet and hello. They should both do exactly the same thing because they're carbon copies of each other. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and modify greet now. So we're going to vim greet, and we're going to see what we have here. So we have echo hello. Okay, that's pretty simple, but let's go ahead and make this a little bit more advanced. And the way we could do that is we could say name equals Dave, and very similar to what we had originally, we could print instead hello name. Okay, again, no trickery here, just starting off with some basics so we can build off of it. If we run greet, we get hello Dave. Hey, awesome, super simple. Let's go ahead and make a new one. And we're gonna get a little bit complicated here. We are going to make a loop. So let's cp greet into loop. Now if we ls, we can see that we have a third script loop. Let's go ahead and open that up. And we're gonna trash these dd, period, and they're gone. I'm gonna hit O, now I'm in insert mode and I can actually start typing text. That's super cool. So we can do a loop over things. And the way we do that is a for loop. If you've done like programming before, you're probably familiar with like for loops and things like that. So we're going to do a basic for loop. And the nice thing is the for loops in bash are very much for thing in list or for thing in array. So it's a for in loop. So we can do for thing in, and then anything we put here is the list. Might sound kind of confusing. For thing in foo, bar, baz, bat. Semicolon do. That's important. We have to put the do keyword here to let bash know that we're opening a loop. And now when I put insert on a new line, I'm already indented. As you can see, I'm already indented. My syntax highlighter knows that the next line should be indented. We are inside the loop. We could say echo thing is $thing, and then we can close this loop. Now that we have a do, we have to close it with a done. So we put a done there, and now we have a loop. This is a basic for loop in bash. For thing in foo, bar, baz, bat, thing is $thing. Hopefully this is straightforward. There's no trickery here. Right quit, so :wq, save that. We don't need to chmod, it's already plus x. I just totally did that out of habit. Let's run loop. There we go, perfect, look at that. I'll show you the source code real quick. If we bat loop and then we run loop, here's what's going on here. For thing in foo, bar, baz, bat, echo thing is $thing, thing is foo, thing is bar, thing is bat, thing is bat. Very simple, very, very easy to understand. So that's pretty cool, that's pretty awesome. And before I jump on to the next topic, I want to show you something really, really cool you can use. Something cool to keep in your toolbox. This is super useful. Bash -n. Bash -n is a syntax checker. It is just a syntax checker. It does not do anything else, which is super nice. It will syntax check a file for you without executing it. So we can do bash -n on loop, and we get no error messages printed to the screen. That's how we know it was successful. I haven't talked about this yet, but we can also check to see if the command was successful by looking at its exit code or its return code. I talk more about this in the future, but if we echo $?, this is a variable that will be the exit code of the last command that was run. So 0 is success, anything non-zero is failure. So it was successful. Look at that. It was successful. Super easy. Of course it was successful. If we were to have a syntax error in loop, imagine instead of done, I wrote end. End is incorrect. Maybe I'm writing a lot of Ruby lately or something. End is wrong. So if I go ahead and I save that and we run bash minus n, look at that. Syntax error. Unexpected end of line, file 4, blah, 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 command line 3. It gives you a bunch of information about it. Tells you there was an error. That's awesome. Echo, $, non-zero. It was a failure. So bash minus n is something to keep in your tool belt, something super useful for syntax highlighting, not syntax highlighting, syntax checking your bash script. So now if we do this, there should be no error. I spelled it wrong. There should be no error here. We run that and we get a 0. Hey, that's awesome.